Hello, Bammers! Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Mod Squad Horror Show. Joining me, as always, we got the Godfather Rex, we got Yo Cholo Felix, and joining us as a special guest tonight, I got my girl Harley over here. How's everybody doing?
Doing all right, Shirley.
Doing good. I am also doing very well. Very, very, very well. Lots of things going on in my neck of the woods, but it's all great. So, super excited to be here tonight. As you guys can see, we don't have a Brandon, but he also has some very exciting things that are going on in his life that I hope he shares with everybody when he comes back. But we will not have a drink for tonight. Speaking of drinks, this is an 18+ stream. You got to be 21 to drink, but who knows what you're doing if you're 18. So, with that being said, this is a BYOB stream. Bring your own booze. Cheers. I don't have anything. I'm going to the liquor store once we finish filming because I don't have anything here. But with that being said, I'm super excited to hop into our horror news for tonight. We only have one thing that we're going to cover. Okay, I'm super excited for this. I know this has kind of been something that I feel like has been circulating for quite a while, but we do have Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, that is coming out. Does you guys remember the release date on that? Is it already out?
I didn't read the article because if I wanted news, I would have looked it
up. The release date on it was February 23rd.
So this came out February 23rd. I'm super excited to be able to watch this. I'm waiting for it to come out on streaming where I can just watch it at home. But how are we feeling about this?
I wasn't looking forward to it till I started seeing some of the reviews, and it's like one of those, it's so bad that it's good. I don't know. I'm hearing since it did so good in the box office, they only made it for under 100,000, and it made 4 million, over 4 million, right, Rex? Something like that. I didn't read.
Yes, yeah, it was 4 million, 1.7 million domestically in the United States. I think it's gonna be good. For those that don't know about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, in this version, Christopher Robin left and he went off to college, and he abandoned everybody in the wood, and so. They didn't have the adventures they did because he's gone. So Pooh and Piglet decided to fend for themselves, and they became feral. And after getting the taste of blood, they set off to find a new source of food. And then their bloody rampage begins. So I'm excited about that. I haven't seen it yet.
So it's canon to the original story.
Yeah. I don't know if it's – well, it has the same characters as the original stories. I really don't think that the writer of Winnie the Pooh had this in mind as part of it. So I wouldn't just say canon, but it does have the main characters. So
that's what's up.
Which I'm pretty excited about. But yeah, it's it's just a basic slasher movie that's got Winnie the Pooh and Piglet in it, which I'm excited about. So, but as of yesterday, according to Bloody Disgusting, it has raised a whopping $4 million at the time of this article. So, and it was Rice Rake Waterfield is the director of it, and he's done some really good stuff.
Wasn't it only a 1-day release too?
Yeah, it was only a 1-day release initially. It released in a little over 1,600 theaters. So them doing 1.7 million on a 1-day release, there was a need for it, and I think that. Once it goes digital release, they're probably going to skyrocket up a lot more than that, which makes me happy because, as you pointed out, the budget being so low, I think that's a good thing.
Gives a whole new perspective on Winnie the Pooh than what you're used to growing up.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Gives you nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those scenarios, though, if you're a parent, you go, oh, Winnie the Pooh, and you click it on for the kids, and like, oh, it's like the meme. I think I downloaded the wrong movie. That's what's going to happen. I can see it now. So,
yeah, no, I definitely agree. I always like when they take things from our childhood and they do different things with them. And everybody knows my love for horror, so giving that horror twist to something that we grew up with is definitely something I'm super excited to watch. But yeah. just super excited.
All right. Hey, real quick, this just in, and I know you said one. I apologize, but I just saw this, and I have to bring it up. The brand new sequel to The Exorcist for Universal, Blumhouse, and Morgan Creek that is paving the way for that new trilogy has just wrapped filming.
That's what's up.
I am so excited about that, especially because it's a Blumhouse film and they're tackling a classic. I'm big, as y'all saw in the last, what I think we did. I was very pro Exorcist before, but if Blumhouse is doing it, I will actually trust them to do it right. So I'm pretty excited.
Well, you know who's directing it, right?
I do not.
The director for the Halloween movie that just came out, the new one, David Gordon Green, I believe.
Oh, yes.
So apparently he came to Blumhouse with a great story, and they greenlit a trilogy from like the get go. And I'm shocked that it finished filming. I just read not too long ago that it started. So
yeah, it already wrapped. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. So I mean, it's to me, it's an amazing deal. So it is. I just can't believe it's coming out finally, and I'm very excited about it because I'm a big fan of The Exorcist.
Oh yeah, who isn't, man? Who isn't?
I mean, it makes me very happy. Now it's also starring Chris McNeil, the actress. What the heck is her name? Ellen Burstyn, who played Chris McNeil in the original movie. So this is actually going to be connecting the original 1973 Exorcist to the new Blumhouse that's coming out. So having that continuity just adds to my excitement for this movie.
I agree.
I have mixed emotions about this, right? I love Blumhouse. I love everything they do. I feel like they're really good at what they do. But the director is another question in my mind, because I will tell you the Halloween Kills that they came out with was the shittiest movie in the entire Halloween series. Everybody knows I have very strong feelings about the fact that I thought that movie was fucking trash.
The more I watch it, the more I think about it, the more I like it. If you take it was a Halloween movie, yes, but everything he did with it to try to make it be parallel with the regular Halloween 3 from back in the day, and just the more I thought about it, the more I read on it. I mean, it was okay. How did you want it to end? They did fight at the end, and she did kill Michael Myers and put him in a wood chipper. I mean, come on.
Which I'm good with. I'm good with that. Like, I'm okay that that's how it ended. Like, the ending is not a problem for me. My problem is the fact that the dude got beat up by a teenager. Are you kidding me?
Did you see what he just...
It's Michael Myers.
It's revenge for all the teenagers that he had killed before.
Yeah, but them little shits probably deserved it.
Probably.
Because
they were watching a show that should be 21 and over. That's why.
Anyways, Harley, how are you feeling about all of this?
I'm a big Exorcist fan, but that Halloween was horrible. So
yes,
Girl power. Mixed feelings because that was horrible.
See, we see Michael Myers as an unstoppable force, but remember,
because
these Halloween movies are just the first one, and then these. All that other stuff with him and everything between 2 and this one never happened. That didn't happen. So he is just a human. He's not this thing we saw in all those movies.
It did happen, though. They're movies. They happened.
They're in the different timelines.
Because they're real.
I digress.
Anyways, needless to say, Halloween Kills was trash. I'm excited for The Exorcist. I hope the guy doesn't screw it up. But I think that just
like I said, I believe they greenlit that trilogy.
Our horror news.
They did greenlight the trilogy, so yes.
Well, that's great. I hope that it's not a trilogy of redonkulousness, because I won't watch them.
And speaking of which, I wonder if it's gonna be like Halloween, just the first one and this one, and it's going to ignore the other two. Because part 1, 2, and 3 was continuity with each other, right? The same timeline. Yes, they were. So I believe that
Exactly. Yeah, they were.
So I don't know if this is going to be part 4 or part 5, or is it going to be part 2 and 3 from the first one? Just thinking out loud here, because we know what he did with Halloween, so that's why I'm just making its own timeline, wondering how they're going to play that out. That's all.
We shall see. End all be all of our horror news. Halloween Kills was trash. All right, so we're going to do a little something different this week. Nobody here has mail call or show and tell or anything like that, so I wanted to do something a little bit different. If you guys have something super cool that you would like to show off, okay, put it in the comments. Tell us about it. Tell us what you have, what you've got, all of those good things. We would love to hear about it. We may even pull some comments and maybe feature them on next week's episode, just to kind of talk about some things that our community is getting. So make sure that you comment below with all of those things. Now we're going to move on to our next segment. We do have our trailer of the week. Super duper excited for this one. Speaking of Blumhouse, right? Because this is our heroes, right? This is a Blumhouse film. So you guys know how I am with Blumhouse. I absolutely love everything that they do, everything that they've put out. I don't feel like they really ever have had a bad movie. So I'm really excited for us to go ahead and jump on in and watch this trailer, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
You're late.
I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
You smell like failure. I'm watching you.
Please pick up. Please pick up. Hello? Oh, thank God. I've been drugged and kidnapped by my ex, and I can't see anything because I broke my glasses. Who's this?
Are you 911?
No. Could you video call me and guide me to somewhere safe?
I don't think I'm the person to do this.
My ex is going to kill me. I need you to be my eyes for me.
Okay.
Let's go. No one is getting murdered today.
He's here. Oh, no, I see him.
I'm gonna have to find another phone.
Can I use your phone, please?
Absolutely not.
There is a woman who's about to get murdered.
What kind of crack are you smoking? I want my phone back.
It's an emergency. Where is his car?
Keep walking.
Tell me when he's here.
Now!
Emily!
I can't do it alone. I need you.
Your ass is going to jail.
What the?
Hey, if you got lost in the woods,
What would you do?
I wouldn't get lost.
All right. I'm super excited for this. I feel like there's just a little tinge of comedy to it, just a little bit, but it's listed as a horror thriller. I really like this concept. I don't know if you guys remember the movie Cellular. Do you guys remember that? It gives me Cellular vibes, and it was a fantastic movie. I'm super excited for this. As you guys can see, it did release March 7th on digital. This is something I plan to try to watch, hopefully this weekend. So maybe I'll have some feedback and stuff next week. I think it'd be really fun to do another watch along too. So I don't know if, you know, the horror crew wants to do some sort of watch along with this. We could definitely look into doing that. That way we can do a group review next week. I like the concept of the fact that the girl can't see. Nothing is scarier than not being able to tell where you are or where you're going, especially when you're running from someone.
The first time I watched this trailer, I didn't pick that up. I'm like, how is she seeing for it? And I thought about it was like the blindfold at first. I didn't get that concept till this trailer. watching this trailer. That's
she steps on her glasses and breaks them, and she is like legally like blind without them. I think it's super cool that the girl who's playing that main character is able to make her eyes look the way she does in certain pieces. I think that takes a lot of talent to be able to do that, which is super cool. Another thing, the girl that is at the gas station, I don't know if you guys have seen Orange is the New Black, but she actually plays in that show.
She looks familiar. She definitely
Yeah.
looked familiar. I was trying to place her. She's in other things too, but yeah.
But I'm super excited for this one. Like I said, I think it has just enough of a comedy feel to it that it's going to be very enjoyable, not only for the horror community, but for those who like something a little funny. Man, I'll tell you, that rich bitch, she comes in with that gun, and I'm curious to see how that all pans out.
See, that leads me to believe that either her or the other guy that's in the store with the beard, either both of them together or one of them may be involved with the guy that kidnapped. I bet it's going to turn around that they're all together, and this was a coincidence that they went into that store, and then she's helping the girl that they kidnapped and has escaped and such. That's what I picked up watching it this time.
Also, can we talk about the hunter that comes in and she's like, "What would you do if you got lost in the woods?" And he's like,
I wouldn't get
lost.
I wonder if she grabs him and takes him with her.
Who knows?
It looks pretty awesome, though.
It does.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is it's a little bit different than your average like horror movie, right? It's not like, it's like just a murderer that's running around killing people. Like, she is running from her ex. Aren't we all?
Well, going back to one of our first couple episodes that we did of the show, we talked about how Blumhouse was going to be doing a lot of good stuff. And so far, I have not seen anything from Blumhouse that I do not like. I mean, it's good stuff. And I love, and you're right on the little bit of comedy in there. And Blumhouse, that's something they've done with a lot of their movies. Even their darkest horror movies have some good little one-liners or comedy in them. So I think it's great that this one, I think, is going to embrace a little bit more of that slapstick or that, that dark sense of humor. So I'm excited about the whole thing.
I wonder who directed it. I should have looked it up beforehand, but some of the camera angles, the camera tricks, with the lady that's blind stepping, and then the customer service lady stepping, and just the way some of the angles and some scenes were cut, that also raised an eyebrow for me too.
And it's sister power, because us girls got to stick together.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It looks like Unseen was directed by Yoko Akamura. I don't know. I'm probably mispronouncing that name, but that just gives it another layer of fucking awesome because this was directed by a woman. Fucking girl power, man. I'm so excited. This is going to be such a good movie.
That means the man's going to die a horrible death.
Yes.
I guarantee it. I'm pretty sure that the scene where she's in the car. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's going to run him over in that truck.
I think she'll pin him up against the tree. I think it'll be nice.
And leave him there.
And leave his ass there. That's what I'd do. But no, exactly. We're on the same page.
Rub it on him.
Yep. A little bit of honey. Yep.
Let the bears eat him.
Then Winnie the Pooh and Piglet get his ass.
Well, either that or just smear some cocaine on him. I mean, either way.
Wow, 2 bear reference movies. That's awesome.
We're on a roll tonight. Bear with us, y'all. We're trying.
Hashtag the bare necessities of horror.
Speaking of which, on the channel, we do have a Cocaine Bear review. If you click the little eye that just popped up right now, you can see the review that we did, the horror crew did, of Cocaine Bear. Or Coke Bear, as we called it in that.
Except for Rex.
Also, Intoxicado.
That one. Yes. All right. So, super excited for that. But I think that about wraps up our trailer for the night. So into our next activity for the evening, everybody's favorite thing in the world, we do have our serial killer of the week, led by our wonderful godfather, Rex. Go ahead and take us away.
All right. Hey, thank you, Ginger. All right. Today, we are going to be talking about Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK Strangler. I don't know why I can't say that. Dyslexic as F today. All right. So he was born in 1974. I should be 45. 74. See, dyslexic. I told you. And he was up in the Kansas area raising total hell. Okay. He was a sicko. From a young age, he had a lot of cross-dressing tendencies, but they were, not saying that's wrong because that's not wrong, but his sexual fetishes, which included voyeurism, autoerotic asphyxiation. I mean, kind of wish he'd actually slipped and hung himself now. But he spied on his female neighbors. He was, stolen underwear, and of course, masturbation with ropes and or other bindings around his arms and neck. During his cooling off periods between murders, he would take pictures of himself wearing the women's clothes and female mask while bound. He admitted he was pretending to be his victims as part of a sexual fantasy. He had 10 victims in all. He was mostly by hand, but he did for the first deaths he did, he killed a family in Wichita, Kansas. And the family ages were 38 for the husband, 33 for the mom, and then 2 children, ages 11 and 9. That was January 15th of 1974. He suffocated the dad, strangled the mom, suffocated the son, and hung the daughter. So he did a wide variety there. Everything he did was either by suffocation, strangling, or hanging is what he did. The one time he decided to do something a little bit different, well, 2 times actually, he stabbed a 21-year-old female in 74. She died, stabbed her 3 times in the abdomen. After he stabbed her, he desecrated the body sexually, which was sick. The one person that survived, he used a gun. The only time out of the 10 other kills he used a gun. And the guy was a male, 19 years of age, and he escaped and survived. So he ended up getting, I think, 17 consecutive life sentences. So he's not getting out anytime soon. I'm not sure if he died in prison. I didn't go that far because it's not very often I get disgusted about somebody, but the cases were cold. He decided, hey, you know what? I don't think I'm getting enough attention because I'm an attention seeker or a whiny bitch. So he started corresponding with the media and the police department and signing his stuff, BTK. That's where he got the nickname. And and they ended up catching him later, thank God, and he went to jail. I will do a follow-up probably later if he died so I can try to figure out what his last words were because I'm curious if he's dead. I want to know what he said. So that's just me. I'm weird that way. But that is our serial killer of the week. Yes, Felix.
What does BTK stand for?
Blind, torture, kill. Good question. I should have covered that. Thanks for catching my mistakes there, Felix.
That's what I do.
I know, and you're great at it. Harley, we did a guy, the first one I did, his last name was Fish. His last words to the media were, how about this title or this headline? Fish fries. That was his head. Love it. I mean, I got to find something that just grabs me at the moment. But that's all I got for the blind, torture, killer.
Yeah. And just so y'all know what he looks like, we do have a picture of him. Creepy looking motherfucker, I'll tell you that.
Tell me he does not look like Walter White from Breaking Bad. Tell me he doesn't. See, look at that guy. He could play him. We got to make that suggestion. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think if they do a documentary or something like that on the BTK killer, that he should definitely play him.
I think you just said that just so you could show that you could say it.
I did. All right.
Well, the BTK killer. Okay, go ahead.
I think that about wraps up our killer for this week. I am going to segue just a little bit here and say,
what's your favorite scary movie?
I plan on going and seeing the new Scream this weekend. Anybody else seen it or going to go see it?
I saw it when it came out.
All right. Without spoilers, How are you feeling about the movie as a whole?
It's as good as the first one.
That's
I feel like that. I feel like that's
strong.
I feel like that says a lot though, because everybody knows my love of Scream, and specifically the original Scream. So like that makes me even more excited to go see it. I'm gonna go see it tomorrow, so I will be back next week with a review.
I hear it's really suspenseful and it does keep you on your toes. I've heard people have jumped. So I'm hoping, I mean, that's what you want when you go to the movies, especially see something like this. Is the experience of feeling like that. So if I feel a little, suspenseful, or I call that a win.
I'm going to have to agree with y'all on this. And, even though I'm usually the odd man out on certain things, I plan on seeing it before our next show.
Really?
It's well worth
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Very much worth it.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think the yeses have it here. I think we're all going to go see it. We'll have spoiler alert next week so that we can come back and we can kind of talk about it and how we're feeling. I'm really hoping that it lives up to the hype. So,
And I believe Brandon did see it last night and he was excited about it as well. So
yeah, hopefully Brandon will be back with us next week and he'll be able to join us on our journey that is spoilers.
I think we'll have to tell him to do a Scream-related drink for next week.
Mm-hmm. We shall see. All right, y'all. I think that about does it for my little segue back to the regular show. So next on the list, we do have my favorite thing in the whole wide world, Kill of the Week. Before we play this, I do want to say that this scene is a scene that I, even as a horror lover, feel is very intense. I do have a hard time watching this. So I like that Felix flashed our 18 plus again, because if you are not 18 and you can't handle horror and gore, I would suggest that you fast forward through the next 3 minutes of this conversation. With that being said.
All right, so I just want to say that this is my favorite franchise out of any horror franchise, flat out.
I call it the Rack. Hold on. Don't give up. Got the key.
All right. That one, like I said, that is one that I really like. Even as a horror lover, I have a hard time watching that. I don't know if it's the noises. I don't know what it is about that specific scene, but it gets me every single time.
Well, in horror, that was so well done. Baby, that's right. It's so realistic. I know the first few times I saw it, that was hard for me, and I didn't understand why, but I've seen it so many times that it's nothing now for me. I mean, it's a good kill, though. Definitely is.
It's a great kill. And it's, to me, it's the bones cracking. It's the bones that are cracking, and seeing the twisted skin around the broken bones and the open fractures that are poking out of the skin. It's all of that, which makes it great. The writers, the writer directors, they did such a great job, and the makeup department with special effects and everything like that, that is amazing. I mean, to me, Saw could do no wrong. And in my opinion, I love the original Saw movie. I did, hey, especially at the end where he gets up, the dead body in the middle of the floor just gets up
I
and
was
walks
like-
out. You're like, what the hell happened? But from that point on, Saw just got better, in my opinion, from that movie on. And Saw could do no wrong, in my opinion. That's my horror grail auto is Saw Blade signed. And I want one, and I haven't gotten one yet. So.
I love Saw.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I think that brings us to our final piece for the night. Just a reminder, if you've not got your horror box, I would highly suggest getting that. We do have the
What's in the box?
What's in the box for this evening. So as you guys know, we've got Basket Case, we've got Leprechaun 3, Terrifier 2, and just released today by our lovely Adam, we've got It. I am super excited for this lineup. Adding It to it just gave it one more step of freaking awesome. Regardless of how this box plays out, regardless of what franchise we get for the auto, for the prop, for the art print, I think that regardless, we're going to be happy. You can't really go wrong with those franchises.
Agreed. I'm really excited about that. But also, I want to point out that the BAM box still has their Brutal and Disturbing that's available. And the BAM Plus, go to it. I mean, it's, assigned 11 by 14 or assigned prop or both. It depends on what you want to get. If you want to get just the photo, it's only $75 plus shipping. It's not a bad price.
Not bad at all.
So,
and the It is the newer It.
Mm-hmm.
It's from the newer versions.
Now, did y'all see? And were y'all lucky enough to be able to get the triple signed print that they just came out with by chance?
So sweet.
It sold out fast.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a Tyler Kirkman print, okay, and it's Mike Myers lithograph, okay, and it's got Nick Castle and James Jude Courtney signed on there as well as the artist. So I was not lucky enough to get one of those. I'm very upset, and I will be scouring the community to find it. I'd be willing to probably let go of some of my regular geek grails from Star Wars to get this lithograph.
Damn.
I mean,
it was that nice, though. It was that nice.
It was. They even posted a picture of it, which is BAM usually doesn't do stuff like that. I was very impressed with BAM because they actually, hey, this is the print you're getting. This is what it looks like. And they actually put it on the website.
All right, y'all. I think that about does it for the horror show. Thank you guys, as usual, for dropping in, giving us a watch. Make sure you guys leave us lots and lots and lots of comments. We'd love to read through those. Again, if you drop something that you got for mail call or some show and tell that you want to go over, we will feature some comments next week, and we can kind of talk about what you guys were able to get.
Hey, I just want to add, in the comments, let us know where you're watching from. I mean, that's, to me, we'd like to know that. If you comment below, let us know where you're watching from. I know we've got an international audience, and I'm just curious what the farthest reaching person would be in our audience. So if you comment below or comment, if you're on Spotify listening, throw a comment. Let us know where you're at. We might give you a shout out. You never know.
Everybody likes a good shout out from the horror squad here. With that being said, I wish y'all the best weekend. Hope you all have a good night. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.